Who really saw this coming? Cyberpunk 2077 has been killing it. Lots of new stories today. Let's get into it. First up, we all know Cyberpunk has been killing it with its player count as of late. Edgerunners and the hype surrounding it has obviously been extremely good for the game. And with sales of Cyberpunk 2077 across all platforms, there's been a ton of people loading up Night City once again, or even for the first time. The sentiment around Cyberpunk is changing slowly but surely, with impressive improvements and patches from CD Projekt Red. Cyberpunk is slowly growing into a package that I believe can stand shoulder to shoulder with The Witcher. And there's a lot to look forward to in the future. A lot of this success is going to rely on Phantom Liberty, which is going to be leaving behind prior generation consoles, which I think is a net positive. As it stands right now, however, the Edgerunners update has been so successful that the game is actually bringing in more than 1 million players every single day. This is an outstanding achievement, as Steam concurrent players were rising in the middle of the week with just under 90,000 chooms playing the game on Steam. Believe it or not, Cyberpunk was released almost 2 years ago. It feels like it just came out yesterday, and those 2 years have been filled with trials and tribulations, so it's incredible to see a Cyberpunk resurgence like this. Now hopefully these players will stick around, because CDPR and Nvidia also recently announced that DLSS 3 will be released, and yes, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be one of the first games on release that will be optimized for DLSS 3. As someone with a 3080 that can struggle when using all the beautiful RTX effects, DLSS 3 looks like a meaningful upgrade on 2, which was already a stratospheric leap from DLSS 1. This can mean up to a 4 times performance boost compared to DLSS 2. Cyberpunk 2077 will also feature a new ray tracing overdrive mode. Not a ton has been revealed about this mode other than Nvidia mentioning in a blog that it will take the incredible visuals to new heights. Ready for an Edgerunners Easter egg cameo that you probably missed? Well, according to the narrative manager of CDPR and writer for the Edgerunners anime, this unknown fixer in the top right of this frame from the show is a character that we've actually seen before. In the comic book Blackout, we can see this fixer whose name is Cormac. He also does make an appearance in the comic book You Have My Word for a more prominent role. I love that CDPR does this and makes every piece of media feel interconnected to each other. They really did a fantastic job of this with Edgerunners, with the familiar sounds and sights of Night City, and I think a lot of people can attest to this. Cormac looks like he would just be a great character in game, and I'm a big fan of how they've designed him. I mean, look at that suit. So question of the day, have you guys found any Edgerunners Easter eggs elsewhere? Let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make a video going hunting for those. Now recently it was revealed that CD Projekt Red would be dropping support for their Red engine in favor of Unreal Engine, which I think is probably for the best. But they also just revealed their REDMod tool, which not only makes mods easier to install, but also easier to create. This is absolutely huge for the future of the game, as it opens up the doors to the modding community, keeping the game fresh and alive even after the last CD Projekt Red patch has been pushed through and the latest expansion dealt with. There's been entire gaming communities kind of structured around mods. The most notable that I can think of is Skyrim's. That game has had a healthy player base for years and years and years, and it's largely due to their modding community, so I hope that Cyberpunk 2077 will kind of see the same success that Skyrim has. As someone completely new to the mod scene, I'd love to hear from the mod experts in the comments about what they're most excited about when it comes to REDMod. As a modding noob, I'll definitely be learning the ropes a little bit more intentionally, because this is something that is super intriguing. I love that CDPR has announced that they will not be abandoning Cyberpunk as a franchise, which was to be expected after they announced their dual franchise model, but I also love that they're giving the community everything they can before we move on to Cyberpunk 2078, or whatever the future holds for Cyberpunk on the Unreal Engine. Anyways, I hope you guys go enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go enjoy mine, and I will see you in the next one.